So there's a private mediator who typically is going to charge the same as an attorney, $300-400 an hour, something like that, and ask for a retainer. Mediator charges $5-6 retainer, and everything depends on the amount of time that the mediator puts in the case. If the case is resolved in one session, for example, and there's 10 hours, let's say the mediator charges $400 an hour, you're going to pay $4,000, right? It's all based on the time, right? Because they're going to ask you for the retainer, and then you subtract the 10 hours times 400. You can do the math. What does a divorce cost, right? I have people come to the office every day that tell me horror stories of how they've spent $200,000 on their child custody battle, and it's not over. Such cases are not impossible, but I can tell you they're rare at our office because every day we try and we strive to try and negotiate as much as possible to reduce the litigation, to try and resolve the case as early as possible via strong negotiating tactics. Sometimes this incorporates a mediation process, sometimes it doesn't. Often it includes what's called the four-way conference, which is something we push for quickly in a case, because once we get both parties and their attorneys in the room, we can identify quickly what are the pending issues and rush to the finish line often and get the marital settlement agreement drafted and signed. After that, it's just one court date and we've resolved the case. Mediation is not an option when the parties cannot talk, when they don't communicate, when they have no relationship. For example, I have a case in which one of the parents alienated the child from the other parent to the extent that there's no relationship whatsoever. This parent does not want to talk at all to the other parent. And I understand why they feel that way, right? Because so much wrong has been done in the marriage, no relationship whatsoever to this child as a result of the other parents' their spouse's behavior. So in that case, they're not going to sit down. They can't even look one another in the face and try and negotiate. So in that case, everything has to be done through the attorneys, which of course we're happy to fight and advocate and push for the best result for this client, despite the inability to interact with their ex-spouse. Hi friends, this has been the difference between mediation and litigation. If you have any questions whatsoever, don't hesitate to reach out to your attorneys at khk.law for your free consultation.